in your own opinion, what do you think about graffiti?
I think it's bad because sometimes they put like bad things and so,
Okay, cool. So, what do you think graffiti is?
I think that graffiti is I think for gangsters it's like an art.
Okay.
I feel differently. If it's gang graffiti, because there's different forms of graffiti. I mean, you have graffiti that is decorative and it is a form of art. I feel that it is a form of art. Not everybody can do it, and it really takes special people. It's a talent to do. I feel that we have gang members or gang signs on the sides of school buildings or stuff like that. I don't feel that it's an art. I feel that it is vandalism and it is offensive. If you see it on the side of houses and or on stop signs or in neighborhoods where it's not meant to be, then I feel that it's not right. I don't think it's fair to the people who try to take care of the buildings, who have to spend money to buy paint and paint over the graffiti. I don't think it's fair. It is eye-catching, whether or not some people like it or not, it is eye-catching. It is something that's different, and when you do see it, you kind of have to stop and look at it because you want to see what it is all about. There is a line between vandalism and art. If it's, like I said, on a public building where it's not meant to be, where it's offensive signs, if it's a gang sign, and you know when it's a gang sign. So you know where it is supposed to be, where it's not supposed to be. And I agree. There is a fine line. But I don't agree that it's all vandalism. I know when I see vandalism and I know when I see art. And it's not that hard for me to distinguish. Side of trains as well. When I see a train passing by, every cart has a different, graffiti, and some of them are gang signs, but then other ones are like, oh, that's interesting, and I like the colors they used, because I like art, and I can see the good in things, even if it is a gang sign. There's beauty in it, although it may not be right, and it's not in the right place or whatever, there is beauty in things that you have to see.
Okay. Does graffiti lose its meaning if it's done with permission?
I think yes and no, and I mean you could argue it very, you could. There's two really definite sides to it. Yes, it does lose it because that's what graffiti is defined as. I mean that's what graffiti is. It's doing something that it's not supposed to be there. It's having this art that just shows up there all of a sudden one day and then it's gone the next day. But if you do have graffiti with permission, it's still eye-catching because you don't see it everywhere, every day. In the hands of the right person or of a knowledgeable person that knows, the rights and the wrongs, sure, great, cool, it's an art form. But in the hands of another person that really doesn't know, and that may not understand, maybe somebody who's vengeful and vindictive. I mean, is it really an art then? Or is it just something that is just, you just want to go against the wind and you want to, you have something to say, so you don't care who's going to see it or who you show it to or who you offend, you just want to get this across. And I mean, yes, it could be a political thing, but there's different ways to approach different things, and sometimes, in the sense of graffiti, it's not just about you; it's about other people too. And who are you really harming? And know, it's like I said, it's one of those. It's a really hard question to answer because there's so much that plays into it. So, there's a lot. You know, yes, if you want to make something happen, if you want to show something or to somebody, you know, say you have a statement that you want to show people, then you're not going to care who you show or where you put it or who you're offending, because it's a statement. You want something to happen. You want a movement to happen. But then again, you know, what about those people that do get hurt, and kids? So it's kind of hard, you know, if it all really depends on the person, where, what time, you know, what it's all about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.